was not even able to watch that full drive. Now we are live here on YouTube. Now let's go over to Patreon. Thank you for everybody watching this now or later, whether you're on Twitch, whatever you're on, man. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for doing all that you are doing, supporting the channel, supporting me. Supporting my lifestyle. Sorry, just setting up a couple other things. Broncos versus Browns. I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. All right. There we go. We're all set over on the Patreon. How is everybody doing? How are we tonight? So currently, as of right now, over on Twitch, I don't know what's going on with Twitch. Hopefully Twitch is working. Hopefully. Do you want to double check on Twitch? See if I'm on Twitch right now. For the YouTube? Nice. On Twitch, it's just Sackmore Talk. I'm really not sure if it's working because I'm doing it on my phone right now. And it's... I really don't know. Not too certain what's going on, but we're living the life. And we're going to take one of the headphones out because it's weird to talk with no content for Zachmore Talk, and it's my face.
Do you upload it later?
No. It shouldn't be. I'm not sure what's going on with Twitch. I think... I really don't know. Alright, I'm just going to end the Twitch and just do YouTube. I don't know. I don't know how to do Twitch. I think for Twitch, I have to use... For my Twitch, I think it's just... I have to do that on my laptop. That's what I think. You know? I know. Can you hear me on YouTube still?
Yeah.
You're able to hear me on YouTube?
Yes.
Currently, right now? Yeah, go check that. Check it out. Check, 1, 2, 3. Check, 1, 2, 3. Check. Are you... Oh, alright. Yeah, because it's just not showing my levels up here, so... Alright, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, this is going to be an interesting game right off the bat. I mean, you have my pick of the Browns 14 to Broncos 23. Already that pick's not looking too good. When on the first drive, you have the Browns already scoring. And then you got Melvin Gordon getting stopped in the backfield. I have him on my fantasy team. I need this man. I need him, And it's very yeah, Twitch is out here, man. Bunch of hoopla, that's what Twitch is. But now we're gonna hit ourselves with a little bit of Instagram Live now. You know? Ooh, Clay Thompson talking stuff, 39 football. Thursday Night Football. Broncos versus Browns. We always love to have these technical difficulties, but it's fine. We are now live on Instagram Live, still live over here on the YouTubes. So, I really hope everybody is doing really well tonight. It's always super fun to sit down and be able to kind of go through what's going down. And there's other people that have the exact same cover art as me, which is pretty fun. That's pretty cool to see. So yeah, we're just out here chilling, watching these commercials, and now through the early part of the season, the Browns. I mean, Miles Garrett obviously leading the league or the NFL in sacks right now. He's played extremely well, but the thing is, the Browns after Baker went down, you got to wonder what their playoff chances are in that AFC North. Steelers in the city of Pittsburgh, which I am currently in, is very happy after that Sunday win against the Seahawks without Russell Wilson, but I don't think they're going to the playoffs. I think Ben Roethlisberger's done, so I think the AFC North is pretty wide open. The Ravens definitely have a shot of going to the playoffs. Browns without Baker Mayfield for at least a week. He said, Baker Mayfield himself said that he's going to come back next week. But I really don't think that's even remotely possible. Maybe the medical industry is so good and he's going to get some kind of treatment that's out of this world, but I don't think he'll be able to. He broke his humerus, I think, or he broke some shoulder bone. Then he also tore his labrum in his shoulder. So his shoulder is pretty messed up. And I don't know, man. I don't know if he'll be able to come back next week like he says, but it'll be super interesting to kind of see. But I guess we'll see. But if he's not there and it's Case Keenum, I really don't think that he'll be able to kind of take them to where they want to be, which is the playoffs, right? And that being Case Keenum. I don't trust him to do too much there. And now we're going to have the Browns start their second drive with 10:13 left in this first quarter. And then if you give me a second, I'm going to show you the drink of the night. You can't see it in here, right in there. It is what we in the biz like to call a strawberry Waterloo. And non-alcoholic, strictly seltzer, strawberry flavored. Pretty good. 0 gram sugar, 0 calories. Pretty good. Just like this Cleveland offense has been so early throughout this game. I mean, they're pretty good. They're out here rumbling and tumbling. I mean, who is that? That's not Kareem Hunt. Oh, that's their new running back that they brought into the game. I can't remember his name. But both Kareem and Nick Chubb are hurt, so they have their third string running back playing in the game. So it should be interesting to see kind of what he's able to do. Already 46 rushing yards for the Browns compared to 3 for the Broncos. And I've already said this, but I do have Melvin Gordon of the Broncos on my fantasy team. I would like for him to have a big game. That's what I would like. I believe Jarvis Landry gets that first down right there with about 9.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Let's see. Yeah, first in rushing, 26th in passing, 9th overall. Yeah, this is a really good offense, especially in the run game. Obviously, as you can see there, but when they had just Nick Chubb, they who I believe is one of the 3 best running backs in the NFL, but it's also hard to say because he has such a good offensive line in front of him. So it's hard to kind of measure that, especially as somebody who's not a real savant of breaking down every snap and stuff like that. Just from what I've seen, Nick Chubb is one of the 3 best in my humble opinion. But I gotta say, man, the offense have been looking really good. Baker Mayfield was okay throughout this year before he got injured. That's kind of been his whole career. He's been all right. Definitely not what he was at Oklahoma. Definitely doesn't have that big arm. Definitely more so kind of the guy that is more of a check down Chuck or check down Charlie. I think I just made that up, but yeah. I mean, the main thing for Baker is just trying to get his receivers involved because I mean you have David Njoku, uh, Austin Hooper, 2 great tight ends. Austin Hooper that they brought over in free agency, gave him a big contract. And then they obviously have OBJ out, Jarvis Landry, who's out there. And then they have a new guy who's really come into his own, Donovan Peoples-Jones. I believe that's his name. I might have gotten that confused with another player, but they do. I think Donovan Seals Jones. I think that's his name. I believe so. But with that being said, they do have a good group of targets for Baker Mayfield to throw to. A good offensive line, great run game. There's really not that much of an excuse for Baker Mayfield to really play poorly. Not to say that he's played poorly, but definitely he's played kind of average, despite having those extremely good pieces around him. As Case Keenum right here makes a good throw and an even better catch by Jarvis Landry for a first down with about 7.5 minutes remaining. This is a sweet catch right here by Jarvis Landry. He juggles it to start on. Wait, can you check back on my Twitch now? I just got a notification from my Twitch. Yeah, check my Twitch. I just got something from Twitch. Mr. Alexander Wayne Shaw. What's up, brother? How are you, man? Thank you for tuning in. Watching me on the old YouTube. I've been kind of talking about so far as I'm drinking a nice Waterloo seltzer. A really nice Waterloo seltzer. Non-alcoholic, 0 grams of sugar. Got a 66 on my exam. That's not what we like to see out here. That's really not good, Mr. Shaw. We got to be doing better than that. Come on, man. You out here trying. Oh! He just took out that photographer. Oh, he just took out that photographer. Justin Simmons. Did he just get that interception though? Watch this. Watch this replay. I don't know at what point in the game this is. Oh my gosh, he just took out that. I think that was a girl. I don't know. It was a really quick. Watch this. Boom! Is it? Oh! We Oh, I guess I just got a notification on my Twitch. Okay. I don't know. It just said that I was. Yeah, they found his body. That's a big question. Why?
Stick to that. Stick to
No,
that.
because that's
Yeah,
interesting.
that's how
It's
you're
very
always
interesting.
to it.
Dude, I might have to. Is that clock right? It's what? 8:43? You think that clock's right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
You know how to read time.
Yeah, you right. Wow, wow, wow. Sorry to hear that, Mr. Shaw. Getting a 66 on an exam is never good.
C's get degrees.
C's do get degrees, but I don't think you're still an undergrad. I think you're at a little higher level, you know? But yeah. Uh Versatile running back. Yeah, the Browns are really using going deep in their running back depth chart right here with a draw on 2nd and 9. Got that might have been 6 yards. A flag on the play with about 5 minutes left in the first quarter. Let's see what happens here. Holding. Yikes. Holding on JC Trotter. That's never good to see. Never good to see. Let's see this replay right here. Braves winning the World Series. I've really not been following baseball all that much. The last thing I did see is uh game 6 of the ALCS is coming up between the Red Sox and the Astros, and I think the Astros have been playing really good in that series. But that's all the baseball talk I can really bring up. I know the Pirates are nowhere to be found, and they're pretty awful. I used to work for them. I got to get paid to go see a couple of their games, so that was really cool. But they would lose a lot of those games. But I did get to see Bryce Harper before in person, and I got paid to be at that game. That was a really cool experience. But another cool experience is watching the Broncos and the Browns. Third down conversions, 2 for 2. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and 11. Ooh, steps up in the pocket, and he's sacked. That might have not been a sack. He got about, I don't know, man. He probably got a yard or two. Yeah, 4th and 9. So 2 yards on that last play. He got basically sacked. Yeah, he just wasn't able to escape that. He was kind of caught on a on a defender, one of the D linemen. Now they're gonna go for a field goal to try and make it. Let's see, from 52 right here. Yeah, 10-point lead now with 3:09 in the first quarter. I'm not feeling good about my prediction of them winning. Of the Broncos winning. I had the Broncos winning. Braves have 3-1 series lead over the Dodgers. Ooh, Dodgers out here looking like crumbs, man. Yikes. I know some players on the Dodgers. I know some players on the Astros. Couldn't really tell you who's on the Red Sox anymore. I know David Ortiz used to play for them. I know Pedro Martinez, but yeah, Broncos definitely should win. And I thought before the game they would win. I definitely did not expect this Browns offense to be out this well. Even with they obviously without Baker, without Kareem Hunt, without Nick Chubb, those are their basically 3 best players on offense. They did get Jarvis Landry back out off of injury. I think he was on the IR. They got their offensive lineman Jedrick Wills back. I believe he's playing in this game. And then the rest of their guys are pretty much out. Now defensively, they didn't preview any of that before the game, but I mean, you have Jadeveon Clowney and Myles Garrett in there, and then I mean, when you do have Case Keenum at quarterback, he's been with Stefanski in years past when he played in Minnesota. He, I believe, the offensive coordinator was I don't know why I can't think of the head. Cliff Klings. No, not Cliff. No, not him. Kevin Stefanski. Sorry, Kevin Stefanski was the offensive coordinator at that time, and so they both of them have some familiarity with each other, and so I believe that's kind of why Case has been so seemed really easy for him to kind of march up and down the field, and he's been able to go up 2 scores so early in the game, much less even the first quarter. But I really didn't expect for Case Keenum to look this good this early. I mean, obviously he wasn't a bad player. He was just seen more as a backup than a starter for 16, 17 games. Kind of that one wonder season in over in Minnesota, but he hasn't really done in his entire career. He hasn't really proved to be a top flight starter who can start you 16 games. So now, as we have with about 3 minutes left, Browns get a kickoff and they place where they got the Broncos at. Broncos are probably at the 15-yard line, trying to take it out of the end zone. Not looking good. Now let's see what Teddy Bridgewater does. Yes, Broncos for both times they've pretty much gone on the field. It's been 3 and out pretty much. Broncos have really gotten nothing going. Now you got Teddy Bridgewater out, who surprisingly enough was also on the on Minnesota around the same time as Case Keenum, which is pretty interesting. They had a graph before the game showing all the people who were tied to Minnesota, and there were 4 people, including Kevin Stefanski, Case Keenum, Teddy Bridgewater, and then there was some other. I think it was an assistant. So now 1st and 5 after a penalty on the Browns right here. Let's see what we got going on here for the Broncos. They got to get some offense going real quick. There you go. Oh, but it's not Melvin Gordon. I got like I said before, I have Melvin Gordon on my fantasy team in a paid league. So you like kind of pay to get into the league, and I'm pretty sure it's the first time I've ever done that for a league, paid to like get into the league. So like I'm taking it pretty seriously, and I have Melvin Gordon. I did a trade where I traded this person who I've been trying to trade with the entire year. Been trying to trade Saquon Barkley. He was my first pick of my draft. I forgot about the draft for like 15 minutes, and it auto picked Saquon for me, which is the one player I didn't want to take, number 1 overall, just because I didn't think he would do good because of his injuries. And so now he's pretty much injured. He's not getting like any of the snaps, and I tried playing him, and that was an incredible catch by Cameron Sutton right there. Wow, what a catch for a first down. And then I believe that's against Greg Newsome. good coverage, just even better catch and a good throw by Teddy Bridgewater right there. But yeah, I had Saquon on my team, and then there was a trade that was proposed to me. It was Saquon, some other player. I forget who, but who I was going to get in return was Julio Jones, Melvin Gordon, and Dalton Schultz. And so I was just like, yeah, why not? Especially the trade had like a day to go. Like there was a day left before the trade would be like null and void. And I bit the bullet, got through the trade, and now I have those players on my team. So I'm pretty excited and pretty ecstatic to kind of see what's going on. Let's see what we got. 2nd and 8. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Let's see if the Broncos can do anything. Williams in the backfield. Good thing that wasn't Melvin Gordon. I think that was, yeah, Tack McKinley. Wow. Man. Already looking like a blowout. If it's a blowout early, I'm closing up shop and I'm going to bed. That's kind of the route we're going to. Right now it's 10-0 pretty much after the first quarter, which is not a good look. Not a good look if you're the Broncos, who a lot of people coming into this game would kind of go out and on a limb and kind of say they should be able to win this game and that they would. I certainly thought that they would be able to win this game. I mean, Broncos really aren't missing as big of pieces as the Browns, and even though the Browns are at home, it's definitely still evident that the Broncos are a really good team. I mean, they started the year off 3-0, and since then they've gone 0-3. But I mean, they started off beating some good quality teams, and it's not like the Browns. Browns are 3-3, but they lost to the Cardinals, and they lost in a really high scoring game. Like both teams scored in the 40s against the um the Chargers out in LA. And so kind of both of these teams are kind of in a weird place, you know? It, it's an interesting conundrum both of these teams are in. I do think that the Browns will be able to make the playoffs. I think that they have the possibility if Baker's healthy and if he's able to come back from his injury and play well. I don't see any reason, especially if they get Nick Chubb back and Kareem Hunt back, because that running back duo is one of the best in the league. And if they're able to get all their top players healthy, and that defense headed out by Myles Garrett is able to get pressure on opposing quarterbacks. So like currently, right now, I believe they're the fourth best rushing defense in the NFL because they have an insane defensive line, and it's just indicative and extremely important for them to play well throughout the rest of the season if they're going to try and get in the playoffs and get to that playoff spot, you know? But you're going to have to go and kind of see what they're going to do for the rest of the year, especially with Baker's injury. Ravens, Bucks in the Super Bowl. I mean, I don't think the Cardinals will get to the Super Bowl. I actually think the Rams, as we have a interception in by the Browns. This game's already looking pretty bad. This game's looking bad, folks. I'm just gonna go out and say it. If they're up by, if it's like 20-0 at halftime, I'm cutting things short. I don't think the Broncos are gonna be able to make a comeback I mean, he tried to. It wasn't a bad. It was a bad throw by the quarterback, but it wasn't a bad idea. He just didn't have enough air under it. He didn't have enough arm strength right there. He threw it a little bit short, and it was intercepted. That was to start off the second quarter. Not a good look there for the Broncos. Man. Mm. Wow. Wow. Yeah, Teddy Bridgewater's struggling a little bit. Oh, there's Drew Lock. Man, their starter in a couple years past. I believe in the offseason, the Broncos, they had a quarterback competition, and I think Teddy Bridgewater won the job. I don't think that they brought him in and then they made him starter. I think in the offseason, what they did was had a quarterback competition. And I just think that ended up happening. Dearness Johnson, University of South Florida, most career all-purpose yards. 2019 Orlando Apollos AAF, second in rush and total yards. Wow. And then he played in week 4. I didn't get to see that, but he has 6 rushes, 49 yards, and a touchdown already in this game. Now on 3rd and 1 with about 13 and a half minutes left. And man, picking up yards all over the place. This defense for our good old buddies over here in the Broncos really isn't looking that good. I mean, their secondary is really good. They've been getting torn up a little bit by Case Keenum a little bit, as he has 76 yards on 7 of 8 attempts. He really hasn't thrown the ball too much down the field though. But if you do remember that that throw to Jarvis Landry was really good. I mean, you got Odell Beckham out here wide open right here. He's got a bunch of room. Man, they just can't stop the run, man. Wow. This squad's really looking good. Oh, well, I guess the run game kind of stops right there. Yeah, but to go back to my point on the kind of on the Super Bowl, I do think the Rams might have one of the best shots. I just think in Matthew Stafford in the postseason, obviously that defense is one of the best, if not the best in the league, with Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey. I mean, they got players everywhere. But I think Matthew Stafford came there to kind of prove a point. He's been one of the best in the league in a from a number standpoint, and I think this is the year where he kind of proves himself and kind of goes out and say, "Hey, like I can pretty much play as best as the rest of these people," and you know, like it's not that big of a deal for him to perform in the playoffs. I just think he hasn't really gotten a shot, right? So I think it's fairly evident with kind of his performance over these past couple of years. He hasn't been able to make it to the playoffs, but I would argue that that's due to his team, you know. Third and 13 with 11. Make a wish. Listen, the Browns got to pick up a first down. 3 of 4 on their third down to last third down. Case Keenum kind of muffed it a little bit. Oh, Case Keenum going down the field. Nothing. Overthrown right there. Now, give it back to the Broncos. The Browns weren't able to capitalize off that interception. It's gonna look bad in the stat category, but it didn't really hurt them all that much. It just gave an extra possession to the Browns. Took away a possession for the Broncos. Now let's see where this ball goes right here. Yikes, now they're going to be inside of their own 15-yard line. That's never a good sight to see. Never a good sight to see. Be fine, some being in peace. Yeah. This game is already looking like it's not going to be much fireworks. I thought it would be a defensive battle, but those first early drives by Cardinals has really kind of shown that. Eesh. It's kind of crazy how they've kind of slowed down, you know. Maybe they had a really good set of scripted plays to show, or to start the game, I should say, and they've kind of cooled off a little bit since that point. So I mean, going through the rest of the game, they got exactly. Broncos really aren't looking that good. They gotta kind of pick it up, man. I really don't know what they're gonna be doing to kind of change this up. It's gonna be really interesting to kind of see what their game plan is going into the rest of the game. I don't know though. You know, that's the thing. You just don't know when it comes to this. It's gonna be really interesting to see. We should get my dad that truck, that GMC that drives itself.
That's nice.
Or the Tesla truck.
Not Tesla.
I feel like he would like to get a car that drives for him. You never know.
Nice, you can take a nap to work.
Yeah, he can nap on his way to work. People do that in Teslas. They sleep in there.
I don't think I could trust that. Maybe if somebody else was in the car.
Yeah.
Like taking turns going to bed.
Yeah. Well, that wouldn't even be like a bad way to die. Like if you just get in a car crash and you're instantly taken out, and like you never wake up, like you wouldn't even know that you're gone.
All right, Zach, that's a little dumb.
Oh, it definitely is. 10 different starting quarterbacks since 2016. Oh, I remember Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch. I remember those names. Man. John Elway for the Broncos has not done a great job of evaluating quarterbacks over there in Denver. It's been kind of a rough operation that he's run over there. Really interesting. Mm. I'll be interested to see now inside of their own red zone. The Broncos have to drive down the entire field pretty much. So I'll be interested to kind of see what they have going on right here. See if they're going to be able to really put a dent in terms of yardage. They're just going to keep running screens. Is that Melvin Gordon? Dude, I'm telling you, every time Melvin Gordon's on the field and he gets a play, I'm going to call it out. Man. 50 and a half sacks through first 57 games. Third most in NFL history. Reggie White and Derek Thomas. Whoo! That's good company, man. Myles Garrett is an absolute monster. I've said this many times. You go to his Instagram and you see his workout videos, you're like, what the heck is this? He's like, has his shirt off. He's got the biggest biceps I've ever seen. He's a defensive lineman. He's burning how many calories? I don't know how he keeps on any muscle, man. And then there's videos of him playing basketball, dunking on people. And what, he's 260, 270? What, and he's 6? I'd have to imagine he's like 6'3", 6'4". He's a monster of a man, all muscle. He might be at like 7, 8% body fat. While I'm over here at like 10% body fat, man. I'm only joking. I'm probably at like 50 or 60 on a good day. But that's why I'm not an NFL athlete. As we got the Browns back here with a pretty good return right here. Oh, get stopped pretty much at the 32, 33 yard line. Let's go, Case Keenum. Let's see you drive down the field again, get a score right here. The Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons. So the whole thing with the Ben Simmons thing and why I really don't know what to make of the situation. Other than obviously it's a bad position for the not only the city of Philadelphia, but for the state of Pennsylvania, quite honestly, man. Pittsburgh doesn't have a basketball team, so a lot of people kind of claim 76ers or I don't even think people claim the Cavaliers, but there's got to be some people who do. But the Ben Simmons thing is funny because he's kind of gone out there and said, listen, I don't want to play for this team anymore. Like, I don't feel appreciated by the city. And, like, people don't know how hard it is to play in Philadelphia. Like, it's such a difficult place to play. And, like, you don't get anything, man. Like, they don't appreciate you or what you've done. And, I mean, in some ways, he is right. Like, they are super hypercritical. But also, a lot of this is on him. I would say it's probably 90% on him and 10% on just the environment that he's in, of them being too hard on him. It's mostly on Ben Simmons. He hasn't been able to shoot. And then he also came out with a quote saying, Giannis can't shoot, and he just won an NBA championship and a finals MVP. And you're like, okay. Now that would make sense if you were 7 feet tall on the best team in the league. You were putting up 30 points, 10 rebounds, 6 assists a night with a block or two, shooting what, 50% from the field. I mean, he's living in a different world, trying to compare himself to Giannis. Now Giannis has definitely improved his shooting since he's even gotten into the league, which I believe he got into the league after Ben Simmons did. I could be mistaken about that, but to compare himself to Giannis is bigger. I don't think he's faster, but he's definitely stronger, taller, and then also, I mean, it's just crazy to kind of see what's been going on, man, with Ben Simmons. It's not good. And then Jason Kelsey, offensive lineman for the Eagles, kind of said to Ben Simmons, "Shut up, man. Like we all know it's tough in this city. Like they're not coming at you because you're playing good. They're coming at you because you suck." It's basically what he said, which in many ways is true. They're not coming at him because he's playing so good and they just hate him because his name is Ben Simmons. They're coming at him because he's not performing up to the fans' expectations, and whether that's justified, it's it's what it is. Sometimes you have sucky fans, but in this instance, I say it's kind of justified. There was a story that Ben Simmons went went into practice one day and Doc Rivers saw that he and I guess there was an exchange. Doc Rivers said, "Hey, go into this drill." And then Ben Simmons said, "No." And then Doc Rivers said, "No, you're going to do this drill." And then Ben Simmons said, "No." And now previously throughout that entire practice, Ben Simmons was, I think this is the same practice, playing with his cell phone in his pocket, and then also just not being involved with any of the drills, not looking enthusiastic, not really reacting to a lot of the action that was going on. And Doc Rivers just sent him home. Now that cell phone incident might have been at another practice because there were pictures that came out of Ben Simmons practicing with his phone in his pocket, but I'm not sure entirely. But I could definitely be wrong, but I do think that the Ben Simmons thing is kind of wild. Like people want to talk about Kyrie Irving being like a crazy person and a diva, but I mean Ben Simmons is, and I really don't know why Ben Simmons is acting in this manner and kind of reacting this way. I really don't know what set him off, whether he feels as though he's not being respected as a member of that team, but I mean, you kind of have to earn your respect. Yeah, he said he had lower back tension today and got cleared by the staff and then just went home. Yeah, lower back tension. I really don't know how you even assess that. Lower back to, man, I really don't know. There was another thing I think I saw on Instagram. I believe so. He put up his $5 million home in New Jersey. I think it was a New Jersey home that he put up for sale as well. So I think he's expecting to be moved anytime. But the thing is, who does he go to? That's that's the thing. Where does he go to? Who does he go to? Who's gonna pick him up? That's really that's a tough question. And then Daryl Morey came out later, and he said it's gonna take like 4 years. He said something like he said he came out and he said something. He said something about it's going to take like 4 years to move, and basically was the sentiment that I kind of got from his quote. So I don't know if Ben Simmons going to be even moved remotely soon, which would be interesting to say the least. But with that being said, 76ers, they're in a bad spot. Definitely in a bad spot. City of Philadelphia in a bad spot. Big bad spot. I've only been there only been to Philadelphia a couple of times, and I can understand. It's cold there. It's pretty doggone cold there, and it's got a little bit of that New York City feel. Except there's a lot of cheesesteaks. Lot of cheesesteak spots where you can get a nice cheesesteak, and I really don't like that kind of way that they do the steak because it's so chewy and so rough. But to each their own. The sandwiches are pretty good with the cheese on them. And Jarvis Landry over there on the sideline doesn't get that catch. Pittsburgh is definitely cold. Pittsburgh is extremely cold. We not yet though. Here's the thing. Today, for example, it was about 70 degrees outside, and it's pretty much middle of October, man. October 21st, almost to November. So it's been it's been kind of hit or miss. Like a bunch of the days, the majority of days have been high 60s, low 70s. But there were a couple of days where it was 50s. And it's been about 90% of the time these past months it's been 70s. And then a little bit of the 50s, but I'm waiting for it to get cold. I love the warmth outside. I love being able to walk outside in shorts and a t-shirt. That's what I like. But I'm just waiting for it to start getting cold and for there to be ice on the roads and me driving in my little Lexus. And it's gonna be pretty crazy. That old car, the 1998 Lexus ES300. Not sure if it has four-wheel drive. My parents say it handles well in the snow, so I just guess I got to take their word for it. Next thing you know, you're gonna see somewhere in the news, extremely popular radio host and podcaster and internet personality sensation slips off the road and goes flying into the rivers of Pittsburgh. So shorts and sweatshirt weather. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely prefer it to be warm. I don't like it. I don't like it beating hot where it's so hot you can't open your eyes really. You have to wear sunglasses and a hat in order to even see in front of you where it's so bright outside. I like it to be cloudy but like 80s. That's kind of my that's my ideal, you know. And I really do enjoy Florida, like down south a little bit. I have yet to go to Texas. I've been to Florida a good amount of times, and I do like the weather down there. It's kind of my vibe. And I grew up in New England. I grew up in Connecticut, obviously. Definitely grew up in Connecticut, where the winters are rough, to say the least. But how would you feel if I drove into the river? If I slid off into the river?
What are you talking about?
The fans are asking if I was driving in the winter and my car slid off and I went flying into one of the rivers in Pittsburgh. How would that
You're
make
not
you feel?
driving no one.
I'm not driving anymore.
Yeah.
You don't trust the Lexus to handle that ice? Well, I don't trust it either. That's the thing.
No, not if it's really ice. Not if it's really icy.
I've never driven that car in the winter. It's been kind of sitting at my grandma's for years, and so now to kind of put it in a winter, especially in Pittsburgh where it gets really cold, I'm a little nervous to say the least. You know, this new Dune movie. What's going on with this new Dune movie? They've got some stars in it. Jason Momoa. What's his name? Charlie. They went too fast. It's got Zendaya in it. Zendaya, basically Mary Jane in Spider Man. So got to give him that, But yeah. Now is Dune like a Star Wars movie, or is Dune its own franchise or own movie kind of thing? I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about that. You know, I wish I did, and I wish I could tell you that Dune is gonna be this all time great movie that I've even the only trailer I've really seen of it is just in the commercial. It looks a little buns. I don't know what to think about it though. That's the thing. Ooh, my shoulder, man. Did a killer shoulder workout at the gym today with a little. I did a little kettlebell exercise. I did 2 kettlebell exercises today. Might have one I might have broken my wrist, but two, my shoulders are killing me. Are you listening? You're not listening at all, Leslie.
Hmm?
Were you listening to me?
What did you say?
I was talking about what I did at the gym today with the kettlebells. I did this one workout where you kind of go in a little squat and then you explode up and you
You
put
go,
it.
and you put your legs straight.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen that.
and you go like that, and I
And then
did.
you bring it back down.
Yeah, I did 14 reps each arm. I was it was really
Then
hard.
you snap it up, right?
Hmm.
Wow.
But the thing is, I couldn't
How heavy?
for the. I think it was 12 kilograms.
Wow.
I don't know how much that is in
That's heavy.
pounds. Yeah, that might have been like 15 pounds or something like that. 20 pounds maybe.
Very good.
And then I also did one where I also like squatting, and then I went up with both arms like
Oh
that.
yeah, that one's really good. I like doing that one with the kettlebell.
Hmm. I did it with that one was like 24 kilograms.
Dang.
So and I did like 11 reps of that or something like that. It was pretty cool. I don't get to use kettlebells. I don't get to. I don't get to use the kettlebells all that much, but I do like to use them. I do got to say though, I have been I do want to use. I just don't know what exercises to do with kettlebells. I know
There's a bunch. You can just Google them.
there's a lot to do, and this app that I use, Fitbod, they have a lot. They have a lot of
You can do a
exercises.
full body workout with a kettlebell.
Yeah. Exactly. That's why I definitely like them because on like days where like you're kind of tired everywhere and you just want to get some work in, but like you don't have a specific part of your body that you want to kind of get going. Kettlebells will hit multiple spots, and so also when I was in the gym, I was doing. I don't know how to even describe it or what they're called. What is it called? It's like a hip thrust kind of thing. Uh, yeah, kind of a hip thrust thing or a cable pull. I think that's what it's called. But I have the cable, a rope through my legs, hooked up to a machine. And what I do is I kneel down and then I stand up and I arch my hips forward, right? And so it's visually it looks kind of weird, but no, it's not dangerous. It just some people were in the gym when I first started doing it. Like I wasn't making noises or I no, not with that one. No, when I do deadlifts, if I do a heavy deadlift, what I'm gonna try and not do as much anymore. Um, when I do deadlifts, I do make noise, but with this one, I think it was just they saw because they were. I caught like two people making eye contact with me while I was doing it. I wasn't making noises or anything. No, they were dudes. I think they were like, "Yo, what is this guy doing with his hips?" Because maybe they had never seen no hip movement or hip action like that. And then to answer your question, Alex, about the new Dave Chappelle special, I haven't seen the Netflix one. I did go see him in. When did I go see Chappelle? At Mohegan, but what was it?
July. It was in June.
June.
20 something.
Yeah, what did we go home for?
The private shower.
Oh yeah, we
Well,
went.
I bought that for you for your graduation.
Yeah, my graduation gift was
And then
tickets to
I
go
used the
see.
private shower that day 'cause it worked out.
Yeah. I had tickets to go see Dave Chappelle as my graduation gift from my then fiance, and I went to go see him at a casino in Connecticut.
Uh-oh, they're gonna think we broke up.
And then fiance, now wife. She's my wife. I'm married. I have a ring. Um, but and so I went there and I did see him in in person, and that was to be kind of open and honest for a second. That was kind of one of the moments of my life where I was like, wow, I'm really in like the same room as this guy who I love the Chappelle show. I love all of his old like not even before his Netflix stuff. Like when he was in Washington D.C. doing those specials, like early 2000s, man. And Chappelle Show is probably my favorite work by his ever, even more so than his specials. That was such a good sketch comedy show. But to be there in the same room as him, it was a surreal experience. And from what I've heard, it was a lot. And I knew he was gearing up for a special because to go the into the theater, we had to put our first we had to get COVID tests. It was like 15-minute rapid tests, and then after that we had to give our phones to security, and they put it in this little pouch thing with a magnetic strip, and then they closed it, and then that's where you kept your phone throughout the entirety of the experience, and you weren't allowed to open up your phone. It was like impossible to. You had to have this special magnet thing to open up the case to get your phone back out because they didn't want you filming. And so my thought was, okay, he's gearing up for a special. He's going to do a special soon because a lot of times they don't want you to release any of his jokes earlier than when he's going to put them on a special because maybe they're not fully done yet. And so yeah, a lot of the stuff with a lot of the more controversial stuff that he's been called out upon, I haven't seen the actual Netflix special. So I don't know exactly what he talks about, but I know there are some things that he talked about on there that he, especially the story with I don't know the name of his friend, but his comedic friend from San Francisco. He did tell that story, and like I was like, wow, that's a powerful story. That's really crazy. And it was more so like, yeah, like he had good jokes in it, but it was more so like as he's gotten older, and like I definitely think he's one of the greatest comedians of all times in terms of talent, skill. He's right up there with Pryor, Carlin, all of those people, man. He was just really good at tying things from 30 minutes ago into a new joke, and like bringing you back to old jokes that he had told in previous specials. And he was really good at that. But the majority of what he did at the one that I saw, I'm not talking about the Netflix special, I have not seen it yet, but in his concert kind of, he was able to kind of talk about some like real life issues and stuff like that. And there were some jokes sprinkled in and stuff like that, but it wasn't as heavy of a jokes kind of performance that he had done in years past, or what I had seen from him uh decades ago. And so like It wasn't that I didn't enjoy it. It was just a different kind of a comedic experience. And so I would say that was one of the coolest experiences of my life to be able to get to see him, somebody who I had looked up to so long. And I actually, after the event, I got to meet Donnell Rollins, who was on the Chappelle show. And if you remember, he did a bunch of characters, but one of my favorite is Ashy Larry. That's probably one of his most famous. And I was able to stand in a line with a bunch of people, and he was signing shirts for people taking pictures. And my brother and I went, and I waited pretty much until the end of the line. I said, "Hey, man, thank you so much for doing this. I really appreciate you doing this. Like, this means a lot to me. Like all that kind of stuff." And then I got a picture with him, and then I got he autographed a picture for me. I mean, a shirt for me. He autographed a shirt for me. I still have it, and yeah, that was a really cool experience to be able to kind of meet him in person. I doubt he remembers it or anything like that, but it was really cool to be there in that moment with somebody who I had seen on the Chappelle show. Like he was on that show, and like it wasn't meeting Dave. He was in the back probably hanging out in the green room. But it was really cool to see Donnell. But yeah, that's what I would say. I would give the performance that he gave like a 7 out of 10, maybe 6 out of 10 at the low end. Um, just because I wanted to see a lot more jokes, obviously, but he did have some really good points of view and good things that I certainly did agree and disagree with. But I just would have liked to see more jokes, but still he's a fantastic comedian. Like, I'm judging him on the Dave Chappelle scale. So it's a Dave Chappelle 7 out of 10. It's not a rinky dink comedian that probably, if I went up there, or any first year comedian who would go up there, it would be Dave Chappelle. What Dave Chappelle did would be a million out of 10. But on the scale of Dave Chappelle, I would say it was probably a strong 7 out of 10, a light, maybe barely a 6 out of 10. But I would go 7 out of 10. I thought it was overall pretty good. But yeah, and to move on kind of from that, yeah, and then to kind of go on with the Netflix thing, like the people protesting and Netflix, the employees walking out and kind of their protests and stuff like that. Like, that's interesting to see, standing up for what they believe in. Totally think they should do that. It's just kind of crazy what's really become of it. They've a lot more people have. They said Dave Chappelle made like $20 million off this. They paid him like 20 something million to do the special. And I bet Netflix is making a lot more because there's so much more controversy surrounding the special. So people, like, they want to see it, to see what he says. They got him in trouble, and so it's making Netflix a whole bunch of money. And they've come out and said, "Well, we shouldn't have done this, and we're really, we're really, kind of." What happened to Odell? Did Odell just get injured? I want to see this. Yeah, Odell's hurt. Landing on that shoulder again. Man, Browns are getting shot and done. They're getting taken out, man. That's not a good sight to see, man. But yeah, um, thank you, Alex. I have been trying to put on a lot. I've also been trying to eat relatively healthy. Keyword is relatively. Um, I've been.
We eat healthy. We don't eat fried nothing.
We do not eat fried anything. However, if I'm gonna be objective, we did have the Pretzel King. That's the brand, right?
No, that was just a little bit. Don't expose us.
I'm not exposing us. I'm just saying, like, sometimes we have a snack, but like we have a snack like that. Yeah. No, we definitely don't eat a lot. I definitely don't eat like 2,500, 3,000 calories a day or something like that. I
eat one meal a day, like one big meal.
We eat one big meal a day, and then
The small
I'll do a
shake.
like a a smoothie with with a little bit of I put a bunch of stuff in my smoothies. I put protein powder, maca powder,
Thing's a bust.
keto stuff. Um, and then what else do I put? Collagen. That's also what I put, and I put that all in my smoothie. Bust her up, and then I sip it down. Here we go. Teddy Bridgewater loading down the field. How is there a flag on that play? There shouldn't have been a flag on that play. They were out of bounds. Let's see this again. Right before the end of the half, too. I don't know. There was no way he was going to even catch that ball, though. The ball was out of bounds. Just offense? Even that. That's kind of weird. Lions might be better than the Broncos. I don't know. Broncos are missing Jerry Jeudy and KJ Hamler, and now they're missing Von Miller, who they showed him at the replay. Kind of he got hurt. Now let's see. There goes Williams. Now they got 7 seconds. 7 seconds before half. Yeah, they're just gonna run out the clock, go into the tents, go into the locker rooms for halftime. Yeah. Siri, who leads the league in sacks? That would be Myles Garrett. Currently leads the league. I think he has 8 or 8.5. I think it might be 8 sacks. This game 10-0. My prediction. Oh, speaking of Penn State. Yeah. They were able to get the number 1 quarterback recruit. But which is crazy that they were able to get that. But when I heard that, what I thought was, wow, they got the number 1 recruit in the country. I remember when they had the number 2 commit or recruit in the country who was committed to Penn State. And then he ultimately ended up going to Georgia. And that man's name is Justin Fields, as many people know. And who's now in the NFL. I'm not saying that same thing will happen with this quarterback who committed to Penn State. I'm just saying the last time that we had, or that Penn State had a really top flight person recruit, especially at quarterback, kind of go there. It didn't end up really all that good, you know. That's the thing. It's kind of crazy. Wow. Good commercial, man.
About what?
About the 9/11 memorial.
Oh wow. Never forget.
Mm. I've been. Have you been there? You've never been to New York City?
I've been to
Yeah.
Memorial.
Uh, yeah. I think I was there a while ago, years ago. There was a guy there who had a what was he saying? He was saying something. I just remember there was a guy who had a sign who had a microphone, and each and every person that would pass by, he would yell whatever message he had to people, and he would like screaming like he believed what he was saying very thoroughly. And so I don't know, I wish I remember what he was talking about, but I don't want to say it had anything to do with 9/11, but I just remember my mom being like, "You can't pay attention to those people. Those people are crazy." Yeah. Yeah, craziness, 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 you know? And speaking of craziness, this game, the opposite of crazy. This game is a bore fest. I think I might watch the first drive of the second half, and if it's just a big dud, I think I might go to bed. I got an early day tomorrow. I gotta do some preparation. I got a big interview with President Biden. He's going to try and make me as his Secretary of Defense. And obviously, I'm joking, Mr. Biden. If you're watching this, I know I'm not being interviewed by you tomorrow. All right, and thank you for watching the stream. Thank you for watching the channel on YouTube, on Instagram. I do appreciate your support. But yeah, I do have an early day tomorrow, and these Thursday night football games have been kind of a little bit of a that's kind of what they've been like, man. It's been yeah, Teddy Bridgewater, he got hurt last week against the Raiders, and this week he doesn't really look that good. 0 points in the first half. Really haven't had anything on the offensive side of the football. They've been kind of just not good at all. And that's not good, especially for the Broncos. For the Browns though, the Browns have been playing pretty well. And that's the thing. They've really kind of played to the best of their abilities. Like Case Keenum has really started off really hot, and then he kind of cooled off after that first couple of minutes of the first quarter, but he's still been relatively effective. The Broncos have been able to get a lot of pressure on him, and they have been able to kind of make him more uncomfortable as the game's gone on. But overall, this game's really kind of slowed down going into halftime. I can't really imagine it gets much more exciting from here. I do think at this point, after watching uh, about a half an hour of action, that these teams really are not looking all that good. That's what I gotta say, man. That is what I have to say as I take a sip of the Waterloo. Non-alcoholic drink. You know what? I'll take it out for you. I'll take it out for you. So you believe me. Listen, we're out here having 0 calories, 0 grams of sugar as well. And so that's what we're doing. We're trying to be healthy. I'm actually thinking of becoming a bodybuilder, you know?
What?
Yeah, breaking news.
Really?
Thinking of becoming a bodybuilder full time. I think I have the body to go right on a stage right now and win Mr. Olympia.
Oh, for sure.
I think with my body size and my body type, I mean, it'd be really hard to beat me in a not only just a weightlifting competition, but it just how good I look, you know? I'm not tooting my own horn. Not saying I have a six-pack abs. I'm not saying I have any abs. I'm just saying that you boys been in the gym. That's kind of what I'm saying. The guns are coming in. Guns are coming in. I've really learned how to do a lot of body. There's this guy that I follow on TikTok, JPG Coaching. He's a great guy. I don't know him personally, but he looks to be like a really fun guy. And not the stuff that grows on trees or your food if you leave it out too long. That kind of fun guy. But he looks like a really cool guy, and he does a lot of information on just certain workout things, like not deadlifting, certain things about your form, and about ways to maximize hypertrophy in your muscles so that you can build muscle more effectively, about reducing sets and increasing the percentage of your one rep max so that you get better hypertrophy and kind of stuff like that. Like I think that's definitely a really interesting topic and subject, and I think he does a really good job of kind of explaining it. I get some workout ideas from him. A lot of free weight stuff. He doesn't do barbell bench press. He does pretty much everything with dumbbells in terms of like chest exercise. He does cables and stuff like that, but he doesn't do uh barbell. The barbell bench press because that puts a lot of stress on your shoulders. I still like doing it. I don't like doing one as heavy or as many reps, but I do feel like there is some definite benefit to it, especially if you want to do close grip to kind of work your triceps a little bit more. That's definitely very helpful with a barbell than dumbbells, and and then this brings me back to when I was a freshman in college and I started working out. Like that was the first time like in my life where I had gone to a gym outside of a sports team or a sports event, and I think 99% of all the workouts that I did was straight chest exercises. And I mean I was able to build a lot of muscle. I was able to get my bench up really really well. Like it was super super effective at building muscle and stuff like that, but I wasn't building anything else. I'd have to assume it messed up my back in some way because I was building so much strength up on my chest part. It definitely had something to do with my entire traps, my deltoids, all that kind of stuff on the back side of my body. Definitely had an effect there, but your boy looked good. Your boy looked good, especially in the chest area. But that I mean, there was a period of time when I was able to do 225 on a bench, which I still have yet to reach that, but I'm getting back up there, but I'm just trying to do it more with like dumbbells, And so I just really want to make sure that I'm doing everything that I can to kind of not injure my shoulders and be more kind of careful about what I do with my shoulders and my chest workouts, because that's just what I'm doing, man. But legs, I've definitely made it a really big improvement in. I've been doing the JPG coaching guy who I've talked to. He's kind of shaped my opinion on doing back squats, just the standard squats. About how he really doesn't do them because it causes so much stress on your Thank you, Alex, for looking out. It causes not stress, but it causes low stress on the muscle, so that means less hypertrophy and less growth of the muscle, but it causes a lot of fatigue. And now he didn't really go into explain really the science behind it, but as somebody who has done a lot of squats, like 10, 12 reps of squats at a high weight level, close to my max weight, I can definitely notice a difference between that and doing something such as like a leg extension or a leg curl or a hack squat or a leg press or something like that. Like there's a big difference. And so I definitely know what he's saying right there. I still like to do that because I definitely feel like it helps with the stabilization muscles in and around the knees, which I definitely think helps with that cartilage and all that stuff around the knees. I definitely think that makes a huge difference right there. And so, but what's up? Are you laughing at me? I thought you were that you were on just like, can I get a cookie, please?
Yeah. Talk about all this dieting.
Talking about all this dieting. These are not cookies. These are
They melt so fast, though. The chocolate melts so fast on your hand.
really.
Yeah, like you touch it and it starts melting.
These are special kind of. We have an Aldi's right down the street from us.
These are buttered cookies coated in chocolate. They're from Germany.
German butter cookies,
With chocolate.
not with milk chocolate.
This isn't bad.
What are the hell facts? What are the hell facts?
2 of them are 140 calories. That's not bad.
70 calories per each. What are the carbs?
Protein, 2 grams.
2 grams of protein. Whoa. Getting big out here. That's what's going on.
Total carbs, 7%.
7% of carbs. What's that? 20 carbs? 20 grams of carbs?
18.
18 grams of carbs. So that's 9 grams of carbs per each, which isn't crazy.
Not bad.
Definitely.
Not a lot of ingredients either.
That's good. The carbs definitely come from not the chocolate, but from the what the bread that's made with.
The cracker. The cookie.
Yeah, the cookie itself. That's where the carbs come from. I'm good. Your boy is chilling.
These are so bomb.
You
I
are
think
very
they have
good.
more calories in them. That's not bad.
Yeah, and you over there drinking your probiotic too.
I need water though. I didn't drink no water today.
Yeah. You don't want the big boy? I got a bunch of worder in here.
This game is bust. This game is bust. This game is bust.
Oh, Pat Shermer,
Those
offensive
coordinators
coordinator.
are sleeping, bro.
Yeah.
They're literally sleeping. Third quarter and they haven't scored. Look at him. He's about to cry.
Yeah, the reason why they're losing is because they're using those Microsoft services, man.
Yeah, they were using Google Chrome.
If they were using Chromebooks or iPads or something like that, they'd be winning. I don't know how Microsoft got that deal to do that with all of the tablets there. It's kind of crazy.
Bill Gates, bro.
I guess Bill Gates is a football fan.
Steve Jobs is dead. So, yeah, that's best.
Have I seen Squid Games? Oh man,
What's that?
I have not seen Squid Games.
We're not watching that. It looks scary.
I've heard now. I've heard that it is a good show, and it's made it's probably at this point made over $1 billion for Netflix. So
What? What did you say?
Squid Games has made Netflix like over $1 billion at this point, and it definitely makes sense.
It's because everybody likes squids.
I don't think it's about squids. It's a Korean show. I think the plot of it is the oh she walked. Okay.
Yeah, I have not seen Squid Games. I don't think I will, just because it's too late. It's like too late for stuff like that. Also, it's in subtitles, so like it's not in English, and so like I don't want to go through all that. I've heard it's very good. I'm it's probably very good. It's just something that I really don't have an interest in really watching, right? And I don't know. I really don't have the I do and I don't have the time to be watching shows like that, you know. So here's the I think this is the plot, and Alex, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the plot is there are these people who who are in need of money, and then a guy comes up and says to them, "Hey, I'll give you so much money if you play this game." And I don't think there's any actual squids involved. I don't know why they call it Squid Game. And then there's a bunch of people who are brought to this like kind of facility type thing. And what they do is they play these like children games, like you know red light green light. Yeah, they kind of that's one of the games. They also play this other game where they have to cut a circle or some kind of shape out of this little container thing. That one I've only seen a little bit of, but it's just kind of like little games like that that they play for like large sums of money. Squid Game is the final game they play. It's a Korean game. So look up Squid Game. And like the one where it's like red light, green light, like if you move on the red light, like I've seen clips, like this giant doll thing shoots you. It's kind of crazy. It's pretty wild what they're doing out here, you know? You picking up what I'm putting down, brother?
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna watch it. So, you know?
I'm definitely not gonna watch it. It's got something scary in it. It doesn't have any squids in it.
I don't think it has any squids in it. Bing 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 bing. Ding 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 ding. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
No, that was fun.
Here we go. South Korean survival drama series created by. All right. 456 players drawn from different walks of life, but each, bless you, deeply in debt, play a series of children's games for a chance to win a 45.6 billion. What is this?
Billion.
South Korean or Korean Republic won. So how much is 45? Wait, 45.6. 45.6. Oh, 45. Here we go. $38,689.97.
How much?
$38,689.97.
That doesn't seem like a lot of money.
These people are really down bad. That's what I'm hearing. That's not a lot of money. If you're going to be. Yeah, if you lose, it's the death penalty. Huh? Yikes. Wow.
Yeah. That's not a lot of money, man. I'm kind of nervous, you know? I would not be. What about this? Would you $39 million? Alex, I don't know where you're getting this $39 million from, but we just did 45.6. Is it billion or million? Let me do billion. Oh, okay. If it's billion, are they doing it for 45.6 billion? Because if they're doing it for that, it's $38,694,924.24. That's a good chunk of change. That could change your life. If you give me like a couple $100 off of that, yeah, billion, okay. That makes a big difference. Big difference. Yeah, so I would do that.
Zach, you lose everything.
The red light, green light game, like the thing of that is, I don't even think you have to come in first. I think you just have to cross the finish line and you win that game.
You gotta be good at the red light, green light. You probably not, Zach. You don't got good reflexes, man.
I do get good reflexes, but I would it would like basically it like plays like a sound. It's like gong 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 gong, but and then it stops, and then if you're still moving after it stops,
You get
you,
shot in the
yeah,
head.
you get shot.
What the?
But I think I could make it. I think I would do good.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, you just have to survive in most of the games. Most of the games, you know? I think I could do that red light green light game though. I think I would be able to complete that game. I don't get this Toyota commercial. These parents are weird. Their son gets into a car, a Toyota, with a bunch of his friends at college, and the parents look at each other like, "What?" And then they hop in their Toyota and they follow their kid, and then their kid goes to what was it, a taco stand? What it looked like, and they followed him because they thought what he was gonna join a cult or something. What did they think he was gonna do? Gonna commit crimes?
Yeah, probably.
I don't know. He looked like a good kid to me. I don't know. Maybe he has something going on in the past where he was like disobedient to his parents. I don't know. But they were following him, and then
You're looking too much into it.
I have to look too much into it. That's the thing, you know? Oh, whoa. They do tug of war and they chained them to the rope, and the losing team would fall to their death. But I would hate to be on that losing team.
Bro, that's gotta be rough.
That's gotta stink, man.
Big butt.
Because you could get, like, you don't get to choose your teams for that. There's no way you would get to choose your team. Dude, I would hate that. Oh, you choose your team? Oh, sweet. Oh, I'd do that. But like, if you're with a bunch of other strangers,
You probably pick the losers, Zach.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. If there are a bunch of strangers that I don't know, like there could be one big guy, but then also, what do you do about injuries? What if you get
Something
injured?
like the purge, you know.
Definitely in a way.
Turning everybody against
Yeah.
It's a science experiment. It's like that experiment about like the prison or
The
whatever.
Stanford prison experiment,
Yeah.
where they had
The
people be the
guard
guards.
tower.
Yeah, they had people be guards and they would assault the inmates. Yeah, 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 yeah. That was a real study, which is kind of weird, kind of crazy.
They wouldn't assault them. They would.
Yeah, they would.
They'd be in charge of.
They were in charge of the other people who were part of the thing, but they would all. I don't know if they were students or not at Stanford, but they they had some people be inmates and some people be guards. And since the guards had power, they abused it over these other people, and they didn't like say when the experiment would be over, and so it just went on for a while. Probably. I don't know if I'm making it up, but I definitely feel like
I did that study too, bro.
you did that study.
Yeah. I studied it in school.
Oh, so then what happened?
I'm not talking about it.
Why don't you?
Why?
Why don't you talk about the Stanford experiment?
I don't know exactly. All I know is that they did.
Stanford prison. Oh no, Beckham Jr. is now going off a little bit. Look at this. Boom, boom.
Yeah, you gonna talk about football this live or what?
Yeah, see, this guy Alex has heard of the study, man. People know what's up. They know about the Stanford prison experiment. You know, it's a
Anyway, it's like it's a power struggle
yeah,
study.
exactly. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. 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 I think I might go to bed at the end of the third quarter. Huh? What'd you say? You're a dude. He's a dude. She's a dude. We're all.
You gonna talk about football or what?
I am gonna talk about football, and you know why I'm gonna talk about football? Because just like this is one of those games where dude, I got you those when did I get those? 2 days ago?
Don't talk crap, because you just had two.
I had one. You asked me for two, but I only got one. The Browns are moving.
Yesterday I had two today.
Nice. They got to make bigger sizes.
I know, they go too quick. Should have bought me two.
Yeah.
All
Probably.
the viewers, in case they wanna.
Yeah, that's what they look like. Don't show them your hand. They can't know.
Can't know what.
They can't know your actual identity. They can't know what you look like.
Why can't they know that?
Next Sunday, Washington at Denver, Pittsburgh at Cleveland. Let's go, Pittsburgh.
Let's go Steelers.
Let's go, Steelers.
And you've lost your phone privileges for the rest of the day. Psych. Man, the Browns are just able to run the ball down the field, man. I think they'll be able to run out the clock. I do not see any way the Broncos are able to come back into this game. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it.
We got 7. They're close.
Yeah, but they just haven't been playing well at all this game.
It's been a slow game.
It's been a really slow, low-scoring game.
They really hyped it up. They really hyped up this game, and now it's not.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of trash.
It's definitely 3rd and 1. I think they got that first down. I think they got it.
Let's see what they got cooking. What they got cooking? Oh, Odell's on the sideline for that. This front 7 for Broncos is really not able to stop the run. This is bad news. Bad news, Bears. You only have one class next semester? Only one class. That doesn't even make sense. Why are you still in school if you got one class, man?
Because you got to finish that credit.
I guess. More power to you, man. You know? I need 150 in order to take you. Oh, God. All right. That makes sense. I do understand that. Listen, I did my 4 years, and I got the heck out of there. Now, listen, it would be pretty nice to be able to go back to school and, like, have to worry about assignments and not have to worry about paying bills, but you win some and you lose some. But, I mean, Case Keenum almost had a touchdown right there. Oniony? Huh.
They don't have onion powder, so I'm confused.
Oh, they're going for it on 4th down. Oh, he does it. Touchdown.
Bronx?
Fumble touchdown.
Bronx?
Browns.
Browns or Bronx? Which one?
Browns. Brown. Let's see this again. How do you miss those tackles? How do you let him get out of that tackle?
Who knows?
Look at that. I think that was a fumble though. Play 70-yard drive. There you go.
Yeah, this game feels over. That's what this game feels like.
Even Patrick Mahomes out. Oh, wow.
Patrick Mahomes?
Mahomes.
What's up with him?
Oh, Patrick Mahomes. I can't, I'm confused.
Okay, who confused? What? Huh. Interesting. 17-7.
Not Patrick Mahomes. The other guy.
Tom Brady? Who's the other
The
guy?
guy that his shoulders. Him.
Baker Mayfield?
Yeah, I get Patrick Mahomes and Baker Mayfield mixed up.
How do you get them mixed up,
Their
man?
names, they sound the same.
Have you done any articles on the Penguins? No. The Penguins. The only thing I know about the Penguins is Sidney Crosby and Mario Lemieux.
You're gonna get fired. Because
I think Mario Lemieux doesn't even play for them. I think he's retired. Sidney Crosby does. Sid the Kid. Sidney Crosby does play for them still. He's got to be old by now though, because he's like back when I had the old NHL games. He was like one of the best players there, and that was years ago. So I can only imagine how old he is now. I mean, I would have to assume he's still pretty good, but I really don't follow hockey whatsoever. I follow baseball more than I follow. I caught it. Oh, Dez Bryant. Did Dez catch it? That's the big question that we're gonna ask forever. I think he did. I think Dez caught it. I think he caught it. Not talking about his Uber Eats order. I think he caught the football in the what was it? The NFC Championship game against the Green Bay Packers. I think that's what it is. Dez caught the ball. Bum ba dum bum ba bum bing boom boom ba da ba dum bum ba da ba da bum.
not the song I was singing.
Yeah. Let's see this. But let's see this. The Dez caught it. Huh. Let's see this. Let's see this. I'm rewatching the Dez caught it. All right, he catches it. That's a catch. That's a catch. That's a catch. That's a catch. Yeah, I think that's a catch. Dez caught it. That's what I'm gonna say. Jim Brown. Huh?
Huh?
You have COVID?
What? You say COVID on YouTube, you're gonna get flat.
No, trust me. I know YouTube and Instagram's terms and conditions, or their policy regarding talking about COVID. Yeah, I think at the end of this quarter, we got 17 seconds. I think I'm gonna go to bed. I think this game's over, folks. I'm sorry to cut it short. I've been on for about 2 hours, and throughout these 2 hours, I think it's safe to say this game's not going well.
It's not going well. Let's see. Let's see though. Let's see what the Broncos can do on this drive. I might watch the rest of this Broncos drive. If they don't get it, what's up?
Just stay on for the
I don't know.
17-7?
Yeah, they're up 2 scores. That's what I'm saying. Watching how the Broncos. Yeah. Does energy have some dairy farmers of America? Oh, my arms are sore. The YouTube TV commercial music, very good. One of the best beats I've ever heard. Who do you think comes up for those beats? Who do you think?
It's called stock music.
No, I have to imagine that they pay somebody to make that. Boom, 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 boom. It's not copyrighted. If it's stock music, it's not copyrighted. Anybody can use it. Andrew Siciliano's ears. This fourth quarter is going to be quick and easy. I want to see. I want to see the rest of this drive by the Broncos, and if they don't score,
I think they can make a comeback. I really do.
I think they're done. I don't.
I think they're gonna like be like, oh crap, it's the fourth quarter. Let's actually play.
That is true. Trump is starting his own social media platform. I don't know the name of it. I really don't know. I saw something on Twitter about it.
It's gonna be huge.
Folks, it's gonna be huge.
Alright, stop.
It's gonna be huge.
You just lost 8 years.
Hey, best of luck to him. Hopefully, nothing but the best, man. Good luck with that. It's gonna be hard competing with Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all these other places. So, hey, if he's able to do it, then props to him. You know.
You gotta invest. Maybe you'll make money.
Yeah, that'd be a good investment. I wonder if the New York Stock Exchange will accept that or not. Oh, Teddy Bridgewater. Oh, there's a flag.
Hot dog water?
Teddy Hot Dog Water. That's a good nickname for him. Teddy Hot Dog Water. I like that. Oh, there's Miss Garrett over there on the Instagram. You gonna say hi to your friend Gary Lease?
I look bad.
You look bad.
No, don't show me. Don't you dare.
Don't show you?
No.
Yeah. I can like it.
Oh.
Oh.
That's it. That's all I gotta
That's
get.
it. That's
all I
it.
gotta get.
The exclusive look. The exclusive
Did you see me
look.
here more?
They definitely see it. Oh, stay hidden, stay hidden, stay hidden, stay out of here. Get out of here. Are you
I'm
able
behind the scenes?
behind the scenes?
Like the comments. Like the comments.
How do I like the comments?
Don't mess anything up.
All right.
Say hi to your friends on Instagram.
To my friends
Stop.
on Insta. Who is this guy? Jake Gyllenhaal? Right? That's that actor? Dang.
I don't know who that is.
This February. What's this February? What's going on?
Oh, he's a good actor.
Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
Oh, he's cute.
What? He's cute.
Good kid.
Dude, this movie looks crazy. Is that Addison Rae? What the heck is this movie? It's by Michael Bay. There's so many different camera shots and
think it's Addison.
explosions. What's
No,
it?
that's not
No,
Addison
that's
Rae.
not
That's not
Addison
Addison
Rae.
She's
Ambulance.
she's actually a Hispanic actress. She's a Mexican actress.
Oh, somebody call a bit. Oh, good night, Gary. With the movie is called Amber Lamb. Somebody call an Amber Lamb. Call an Amber Lamb.
Somebody call the ambulance.
He needs some milk.
Copyright.
Dude, didn't that sound good now?
They did.
Super Cruise drive of the game. Probably the first drive of the game, I would have to assume.
Super crispy drive. 660. That ain't gonna be me.
What's up? Guess what else is up? Upside down.
God, watch the movie. Watch the movie. The show. The movie.
Dang, Broncos out here. Looking good.
No, they're not.
That was being sarcastic. Sarcastic. I was being sarcastic. I was playing a joke.
Alright, tell me what about.
It's 10:30. All right, let's see what the Browns do on this drive.
20 more minutes.
Browns. Oh man, maybe it is their offensive line which helps their run game so much. Nah, that was just a great run. Dang.
I think they're better. They're better without the Mayfield. That guy don't know how to throw.
Baker, the Bakemeister,
That Baker just is.
the baked goods.
I think they're better without the Baker. What do you think?
Yeah. Ernest Johnson. Man, he's put up some good numbers. Dang, I wish I picked him up in fantasy. Gosh dang it. Mm. Mm. What the? Yeah, I got bronchitis.
Ain't nobody gets up for that.
Ain't nobody get that, but hey, I got bronchitis.
Back-to-back losses. Back-to-back.
I think both of these teams have back-to-back losses. Oh man, they're just able to get so many yards. This defense, especially the front seven for the Broncos, is not looking good. Oh, they still got him in the backfield. I think that's Ronald Darby that got him. That's right, Doug Dimmadome, owner of Dimsdale Dimmadome.
Oh, I'm so tired.
Let's see what they do on 3rd and 7. 11:40 left in the 4th quarter. Let's see. They don't bring any pressure. They get him. Wow. Wow, Jarvis Landry. Wow.
Laundry? You doing some laundry?
Brian Laundry. Oh, this is a big call. I think that's. I don't know, that's close. I might let that slide. I might let that be a catch. I don't know, man. Did you see that? What do you think? You think that's a catch? It's a really close call. It could go either way.
Who's being nitpicky at this point? Just let him have it. Who's that, the Browns or the Broncos?
Browns.
I know.
Why are you running with glasses like that?
What do you mean like I did that?
Wow, Best Buy tech support.
Yeah, we need that for our TV that talks by itself.
Dude, yeah, we do. We definitely do. It'd be scary.
Yeah, I'd be scared.
So one thing that I heard about Coca-Cola, and one of the reason why they're called Coca-Cola, is because they're able to get their flavoring from. I might be misremembering, but there's a place in Peru where they have the coca plant, right?
You're acting up.
What?
There's no coca plant. It had
Cocoa.
cocaine in it, and that's what they called it, Coca-Cola.
Yeah, but they bring it to a facility and then they make medical. Well, this was years in the past, but they made medical grade cocaine with it because they used to use that to treat people, and then they would use kind of the runoffs of that as flavoring for the. This is after they had gotten rid of the actually having cocaine in it, but some of that flavoring of the cocoa or the coca, whatever it is, yeah, coca. Some of that flavoring, some of the flavoring that they use in the. That's why Coca-Cola tastes different than Pepsi or anything else. Like different kinds of cola. I think so. I listened to a podcast about it. Okay. And so the reason why it tastes different is because they have this certain region where they lobbied with the government to have the only people able to get that certain type of plant and that certain type of flavor is from that section of the world due to them being with the government and getting a special deal on it. It's like they're the only people who are able to deal with that certain plant and get that certain flavoring from that plant.
Fabulous.
That's why Coca-Cola tastes different than Pepsi.
Sounds good.
But it's even if Pepsi wanted to get that certain flavoring and that certain plant,
Patents that. They can't.
exactly, they can't get it because it's illegal for them to get. No. It's not because it's patented. It's because it's illegal for them to get that specific ingredient from that specific area. I'm telling you, man. Listen, I did about 6 seconds of research. Listen, I know this stuff. Listen, I'm not saying there's a grand conspiracy with Coca-Cola in bed with the U.S. government. But what I am saying is that Coca-Cola does taste different than Pepsi. There is a difference.
Oh, there's a flag on the play. Let's talk about football.
Wow, this guy. Illegal formation. Illegal. What? What's up? Illegal formation. Oh, my back hurts. I'm getting old. I want to see this illegal formation again. Why did I put in Alvin Gordon over J.D. McKissick? That's the real question. Let me do a quick check on my fantasy team. Let's see how bad the damage is. Let's see the damage, folks. We're gonna do a live check-in to see how Oh, I'm nervous. I'm very nervous to see what Melvin Gordon has put up in this game. Extremely nervous. He's okay, 11.2 points. That's not bad at all. Wow. 11.2. 8 carries, 18 yards. Nice. 2 receptions, 1 touchdown. Oh, off a reception. Okay. Hopefully that helps me win my game this week. I don't feel very confident about it, but I do feel better about it now that he's having an okay game. But if J.D. McKissick goes off and has like a 20-something point game, I'll be very upset. Because my other running back is Chase Edmonds. And I feel pretty good about him. He has had a little bit of injuries, but I do feel fairly confident. He's been splitting a lot of carries with James Conner, but he's still their number one running back. But that's just my worry, you know. Let's see. Are they gonna put my boy back in the game? That's the big question. We need more Melvin Gordon runs. This Williams guy. Come on, man. Doop, doop. Who got Ernest Johnson? Dang, man. This guy's got almost 20 points to Ernest Johnson, man. I don't get it.
What?
Let's go, Melvin Gordon. Let's see what you can do right here, bucko. Let's see what you got, Teddy. 139 yards, a touchdown, and that bad interception. That was I'll recharacterize it. That wasn't a bad interception. That was just you underthrew it a little bit. Here's another big shot downfield. Oh, that looked like pass interference. That definitely looked like it. I want to see this again. Yeah. Mr. Patrick. That didn't look egregious, my good sir.
Don't play like down my glasses.
Play action? I don't think that's a first down, though. Game 6 tomorrow, the ALCS. Should be exciting to watch, you know? We're taking a break. What you thinking, man? You want to go to bed? There's like basically 8 minutes left in the game. I got to wake up early tomorrow.
It's up to you.
You know what, folks? I think that it's been a long day, my friend. But until we meet again, you know, I'm gonna have to say goodnight. I gotta early. I gotta get the worm, as they say. The early bird does get the worm, and I have to get the worm tomorrow. I have to wake up pretty early. Gotta get ready with my life, and I will see you all later. I'll be posting all over social medias, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, my Patreon. Patreon should still be on. Let me double check that though. I should still be live on Patreon. To those on Patreon, thank you so much for listening, right? And I do definitely appreciate each and every one of you listening to me and to my YouTube, especially you, Alex, who has been here pretty much since day one. It's nice to be able to chat with somebody in the comments and do stuff like that. I really do appreciate it for all those watching now or at a later time, whether you're on YouTube or Instagram Live. Thank you so much for being there with me. And as the great Elvis once said, I'm out. Good night, folks.
You never said that.
He